Welcome back. So here we are in Bahia de los Muertos. We're setting sail early in the morning and we are going to be headed up to Espiritu Santo. And we had a nice sail, a couple of tacks back and forth up through the channel, and then we ended up on Espiritu Santo for a couple of days. We have wind, 13 knots on the nose.
It's like
He knows that he's pissing off the cat, like just to like poke him.
look at all the pelicans in these trees.
Here we are on Mackay, Scott T. Armstrong's sailboat. He had his crew member Lisa with him. The four of us had Thanksgiving dinner and a beautiful sunset with cocktails. It was an awesome way to end our time on Espiritu Santo. I just want to say first off, thank you to all the subscribers for subscribing. We're not in this YouTube journey to make any money. We're just posting fun videos, getting our personalities out there, and letting our friends and family see what we're doing and what we're up to, so that maybe it'll spark some interest for people to come visit us while we're on this circumnavigation. So anyways, with that being said, I've got some updates. To compound, polish, and wax the boat, because it hasn't been done in 2 years, because we've just been working on it and moving the boat. And so finally we're kind of like at a spot where I can get it done. So he gave me $500 to do the whole thing. So gentlemen Juan's up there right now washing it today. Tomorrow they're going to come and polish all the stainless steel, and then Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday they're going to do the buff, and they're going to do the sides and the entire top. So it should look really good. And then I think we do have some gel coat stuff some cracks and stuff that we have to address that were just a part of when we bought the boat. So I think that if we do make it over to like Grenada, that we'll have that work done down there, and we'll probably just pick off like 5 of the biggest ones for right now and have those done. I really don't feel comfortable doing visual gel coat issues that are like out in the open. I don't mind doing fiberglass work. Like I rebuilt the entire front anchor locker, and that thing is super solid, but it's not like it's not an exposed piece that people see. So when it comes to finished gel coat work, although I can do it, I want it to look good, so I'm going to pay somebody to do those things. So we've got some places on the boat that need to be addressed there, just trying to get the boat into its best shape. We went into town and we got while we were coming down the Baja coast, our charts here, this is a new chart plotter. It runs on a different system than the Zeus 3 chart plotter that we have in the cockpit. So this is the updated one. All the new software is going to this system. So I just updated the charts because when we were coming down the Baja Peninsula on the Pacific side, and we came into Cabo, I noticed that I couldn't see the marina. There was no detail, there was no depth, there were no contours. It was just kind of like a very, very generic page. And so the chip that was in here was for just the US and Canada and inland lakes and rivers. So now I just put the chip in. Basically this whole unit comes out. There's a little place in the back, and you buy one of these. We went with CMAP. You use CMAP or I think like Navionics for this unit. I went with a CMAP, actually, let's see here, it's this one right here. I went with a CMAP Reveal X, which is kind of like extra. And the chips come in this SanDisk here, and then you just pull, I don't need that one because the port is the smaller micro SanDisk. This is the one that I pulled out, which is for the US. And I put the new one in there. So now you can see, if you can see where we're at here, right there. And if I zoom in, we should have all the details. And we didn't have any of this dock layout or anything when we were in Cabo. All it showed was just like the shoreline and nothing else. So this is really cool here, what we have. Get rid of this, show the bigger map there. So that's really cool. So this micro disc covers all of Mexico, Baja, and the Caribbean. So kind of planning to go down to Panama and into the Caribbean for a year and chill over there. So we'll see how that works out. And then I also got another one. This one is for the other chart plotter, because these two chart plotters do not talk to each other yet. They kind of would, I think, if they're on an Ethernet, but I don't have an Ethernet. It's all linked through the NMEA NEMA 2000 network. And this one is on newer software, the other one's on older software, so we have to actually at some point update the chart plotter out there to, I think, a 3S. But for now, we'll put this chip in there, and that'll give us basically the same stuff here that this one does. And I really only use this chart plotter because for like night passages, so I can wake up really quick and take a look at it. I don't have to actually go up into the cockpit. And at some point, when the other chart plotter is updated to the new one, I'll actually be able to control the autopilot from here. So that's not, usually there's a little autopilot bar right here that pops up when the autopilot's on, but because the engine's not on and I don't have the autopilot breaker on, it's not showing up. So that's that. that's computer updates. We were having an issue also with the DC to DC charger. I installed a second DC to DC charger because we've always been running really low on our house batteries. So I'll throw another 50 amps in there. So I put this second DC to DC charger in there, but it never showed up on this device list screen. And I found out that basically in this little VE direct port right here, that one of the little connectors was bent, and so it wasn't communicating with the servo. So it was working, it was providing the power, it just wouldn't communicate that it was up here and showing. So it was doing what it was supposed to doing, like 90% of that. So I went out and bought a new one. That one I'm going to send back to West Marine for a refund. And now we have both chargers showing up there, and that's that. Today I ordered 6 new port windows. These guys right here, as you can see, are all crazed. So I ordered all new enclosures. We have 6 of these. There's 1 there, there's 2 there, and then there's 3 there. So we went ahead and ordered those, and we'll get those in sometime probably in December, because they have to be shipped to Florida. Excited about that. All right, on to the next thing. Gosh, this boat's looking good. Okay, our locker. So I rebuilt this entire locker, pulled out all the fiberglass and rebuilt. Had to put in all new balsa wood on the sides here, and then the bulkhead that sits back here had to be cut out and refiberglassed in because it was all rotted. But today I'm going to drop this anchor, our new anchor, and I am going to go down in here and just inspect, because we have been sailing again for, I don't know, it's been a year since I've been down in this locker probably, but we've been going for about 2 months, and we've had some pretty muddy conditions. So I want to go down in there and just make sure everything's good with the fiberglass, that there's not too much mud down in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw some saltwater wash in there to get kind of all the salt off the chain. And then I'll probably pull out all this road. This is our original anchor. I don't know if you guys can see that down there. That right there is our original anchor. What I would say is highly underweighted for this boat. Our new anchor is an 85-pound Mantis, and that thing just digs in, and you're not going anywhere. It's such a peace of mind when you're at an anchor and the wind's blowing. But I'll pull that out, and then underneath that is all this, all the rope road, and I'll let that dry out just so it's not down in there molding and creating a problem. So that's it for today. Yeah, I think that's it. If I have anything else, I'll add it in there for you guys so you guys can see. But we're down in again, we're down in La Paz, Mexico, and just hanging out with a bunch of other boats that we met on the Baja, having a great time, finishing up some boat work and boat projects this week, and then we're gonna probably head north to Lareto for a week and see those islands up there, and then beeline it down south to Mazatlan, maybe Puerto Vallarta. And we're thinking about doing, I'll give you like a little cliffhanger, but we're thinking about doing a big boat project coming up. So huge addition that we've been kind of contemplating since we've owned the boat. And if Lane gives me the go ahead on that, I will try and get that in one of these videos for you guys, so you know to expect that in an upcoming video. So thanks for watching. Let it all hang out. All right, guys, here you go. This is the DAVVY, DAVVY, I think. Yeah. Compressed air scuba tank, SCBA tank filling compressor, gas powered, gasoline, 4-stroke. got this one from eBay, and I picked it up in Los Angeles, drove up to the warehouse and picked it up. Let's see, a couple of things you need to know about this before you get it. So there are videos on YouTube and other places for air compressors that are similar to this, so you can learn how to operate it, because the manual that comes with it is in all Chinese and is only for the engine. Doesn't relate to any part of the compressor side of the operation of this. It does not come with I'm not exactly sure what type of yoke that, or valve that is on my tanks. There's a name for them, but you need one of these yokes, and it does not come with that. So I actually went to a dive shop and got this used one for 20 bucks. And then this hose here is some unknown thread. I tried to get a thread to connect from here to this yoke and couldn't do it in the United States. So when I got to Mexico, I went to a dive shop and asked them where they get all their air compressor stuff repaired and fixed, and they sent me to a shop, and they basically just cut this hose, which, come to find out, this is like a fuel line hose, but it's rated for in excess of 3,000 psi. So they cut this hose and crimped on the correct fitting with the threads so that I could thread this on. So that was one challenge. The other challenge was that the air filter, the pre-air filter right here, is too close because this is gas powered. And so I saw on a video, a couple of videos, and on the One Life, sailing One Life, they actually extended a hose, took the air filter off of there, and I got this fitting here, which was, I think it was a 3/4 hose fitting possibly. Anyways, and a barb. Put the hose on there with a clamp and then ran it down there, and I took the air vent. You can see the air vent with a filter. There's a filter in that you need to change occasionally. And so when this thing is running, this fan basically pulls air across this, but also moves air. I'm not sure if it's the fan in there or whatnot, but there's air coming out of here. And so that can easily circulate back around to that filter. So you want to make sure that you are downwind from when you're filling, so that the wind is blowing across this and blowing the exhaust back this way. And so this was just an extra preventive thing. It does not come, the eBay site does not provide any extra filters. So there is a filter in here that needs to be changed every so often. And there's actually an indicator on there, like a blue color indicator on there to tell you when to change it. And so you have to take this little screw out on the top here. You got to pop this off. You got to undo this, and you got to pull out that filter and change that filter. And so I have a filter from, it's a more reputable brand of air compressor, which is the same one here. And I was able to pick one up along with oil for the air compressor side of this, which needs to be changed every, I think, 50 hours or so. So that's about it. There's a couple of things you just need to know to be able to get this thing up and running if you buy it from China. I have ran 2 cylinders through it so far, or 3 cylinders through it so far, and it does fill a full 3,000 psi 80 cubic foot scuba tank in about 20 minutes. So it's doing its job. And I'm gonna probably take an air sample of it at some point and make sure to get that in and have that tested, just to make sure that we are breathing clean air, just to confirm that. So, all right, hope that helps. Thanks. All right, we made it into Marina de la Paz. So after taking a break from a few days of being on anchor, we made it into town to take a look at the downtown area, have some breakfast, get some dinner with some friends, and run some errands.
Oh, ice cream. Look at these bougainvillea. Every color. They're so pretty. They have orange.
They're so pretty though. Somebody needs to trim up this bush though.
Favorite pastime of an ex-waterfowl hunter is she's watching this dock with all the birds on it and watching them dive down and get all the fish. That's a good one. Did you get them? You get the birdies? Where are they? Did you get the birdies?
Are you hungry?
Don't make the bark here.
Don't bark. There's something on your face. It's right there. Right? Yeah, right there. If you look closely. This is Mexican wiring at its best. I don't think it's a hazard, otherwise they wouldn't have done it, right? I mean, the water is right there, and there's a metal bar right here, and there's an open circuit right there. Oh. Where's the code? Oh, yeah. And there's where it goes.
With the bird's nest. Pool bar. So we are trying to apparently sneak into this pool bar, but who knows if they care or not. We're just not going to ask. We're going to go swimming and have some drinks. Right?
Yeah.
So let's see how it looks.
See if we get caught.
They said if you just... If you know, you know. Jody and his churros. Does it come out? Ah. How churros are made.
Street churros.
Street churros. So for those of you born in the 70s and 80s, you'll know what this is. And Jody really enjoyed it. It is a thrifty ice cream made in the USA. But I don't think they have them in the USA anymore. Who knows? Yummy. Okay, we are in La Paz, and we're wondering what's in a sex shop in Mexico. Let's go try it out. Is this it?
I don't know.
Where is it?
Erotica right there.
Right there.
Smoke and sex shop.
Smoke and sex shop. I don't know if Jody thinks he's getting lucky or love and smoke. Yes. Oh, yep. You're not expecting this. Downpour. Love it. I don't think anybody was expecting this though. It is flooding here in La Paz. We heard it never rains or rains a couple times a year. Come here, Piper, come. But you can see the streets are all flooded. And it's still raining.
Hey, so I got a little fix here I'm trying to do. I have found what I thought was a soft spot on the deck up top, and I've been watching it for a couple of weeks. I finally peeled back what's the all skid stuff, which is where it's at the front of the boat, and realized that it was basically just a pocket of air that got trapped in there between the gel coat and the fiberglass years and years ago when they were forming the deck and the molds and stuff, and it just eventually somebody hit that spot just right, and it kind of crushed the all skid or the no skid. So I use this stuff all the time. It's JB Weld clear weld 5-minute epoxy. Love this stuff. It's just a lot easier than using, the big jars of stuff. So I'll show you what I got out here. So we're up here, and I found this little spot right here that you can see. And I tapped it all around with a knife, and it's all hard. There's no softness in there. It's just a depression. And so eventually these little pieces here cracked because there wasn't anything supporting it. So I'm just gonna fill it in real quick and show you what I got after that. All right, so here's part two. It took me a bit to get these in because there's a lip that's undercut all the way around this. So this wouldn't just pop down in there. I had to get it under, and then with the knife I had to push it under there, but filled it with epoxy, put those back on, so that just kind of seals it and helps protect the fiberglass under there. And if there is a crack or something, hopefully it'll keep the water out of it for now. And when we get down to Puerto Vallarta, I have like 5 or 6 of these that I'm going to get fixed on the boat. Some of them are pretty significant repair jobs. So this will actually probably be ground out to here. And then this is a really hard one because it has the non-skid on it. So they have to form this non-skid and then gel coat it, and it never, unless you get somebody who's really good at it, it never really looks that good. But it'll be better than that. And then I'll show you what a non-skid repair looks like, because there is one on this boat that I know of. Excuse. All right. I'm showing them this repair. Yeah. So right up here. Where is it? Right there. You can see that's a non-skid repair, and it looks okay. To most people won't notice or recognize it, but that's it. And then I have another significant repair that will take a little bit of time. Is this one around this port light right here, and then up here. So this port light will have to come out. Oh, that'll have to be ground down. And then one of the other big ones I'm going to get fixed is this one right here. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I'm not sure how much damage is there, but I covered it up. And that was prior to us owning the boat. So we'll have this all taken out, and it'll all be ground down and then redone with gel coat and polished. And it'll look like it was never there. So for now, let it all hang out. Lane and I were having a day, and we're just discussing where we're at on this dock. And behind us, you can see this super yacht. It's a smaller super yacht. It's $40 million, right? Built in 1998, but it's in beautiful condition. It's owned by a gentleman, a Mexican businessman, but he's actually Lebanese by descent. And he was the richest person in the world back in like 2010 to 2013. We've only seen the boat move once since we've been here. I don't think he lives on it. There's a crew of 11 full-time. The maintenance cost on that boat, to operate that boat for a year, is $5 million. So basically in 8 years of owning that boat, you were surpassing the cost of purchasing the boat. That's just insane. And then behind it is, well, you can't see it, is one or two more super yachts. And we haven't really looked those ones up yet, but they're probably in the 20 to 30 million dollar range. And then we have one of our dream boats here, kind of, is a catamaran. It's a 65-foot lagoon, and I think the cost on this one is $3 million or $3.5 million, right? 6 staterooms. It's beautiful. And it also comes with a crew. And then if you go down to the dock, you can just, I don't know, if you zoom in, you can just see the tip of our boat, which is right next to the super yacht. And there we are, sitting pretty with a $130,000 sailboat next to $40 million.
Squeezing through these two boats. Oof. On a current. Nice. Look at that. Oof. Scary. Current and like a 15 knot wind. Bye, La Paz. Way first. That's a Spiritu Santo.
Hi.
Hi.
You're so beautiful.
I know.
I was talking to the dog.
I